There's a situation as I set the scene, one that's wild and at this point seems surreal. See, I'm a whole mess, D's going nuts, and Oz is about to lose it too. No one thought today would go like this. Out of all days, fate chooses today to make things go wrong. Out of all that could happen, this is what's going on. Now, I sit D and Oz down to try and figure it out. All these wild thoughts and emotions running through my mind. Maybe it'll make sense if we say them out loud. Now, D posits that it can only be coincidence, that all of this can only be pause. It's got to be more to it than just bad luck, says Oz. This feels like something more karmic, like payback for past nonsense. Deep. Oz, that's a pretty deep sentence coming from you, I say to him, but it still doesn't explain this mess. Wait, before we go any further into this story, let's go back to the beginning to give the audience some context. This all started some time back in a coffee shop. So there I am, seated in the corner of this coffee shop, and suddenly two men walk in. They're my friends, D and Oz. They're late. They're always late. D always blames Oz, and Oz always claims it's never his blame to take. Now, after a while, D notices that I've kind of zoned out. He asks me what's on my mind. I shrug and tell him nothing much. But he's right. Something's been bugging me for a while. I then tell him, it's that girl. You see her? The one at the other end, all alone on the phone. I've been thinking about how to approach her ever since she walked in, but you know me, I merely fantasize about such things. Now this is the part where my boys being boys take it upon themselves to school me.
Let me show you how I get all these honeys, B.
That's Oz saying that. He's always been like that. But anyway, we'll get back to him. Now D is the laid back, nice guy in the group, you know, the type, the one who's cool without trying to be cool, one who's already in a relationship with this bombshell of a chick. So he gives me his advice and says, don't even worry about it. Just be you. Maybe give her a compliment or two. Find something you like about her and tell her. Something like, hey, I noticed you have amazing nipples, and I noticed them when I saw you smile on your phone, and honestly, I'm just trying to see if maybe one of these days I could be the one making you smile from the other end of that phone.
What are you saying?
That's Oz again.
Don't listen to this fool, my friend. How many women has that actually worked on? One?
Makes you an expert on chicks now? Nah, man.
Let me tell you how it's done.
Now, Oz is that special friend we all seem to have, you know, the guy, the one who's always loud, always speaks his mind, thinks he's God's gift to women, thinks he's always right.
Drop her one of those lines that makes her think. Something like,
excuse me, but can your body tell time?
see, that line works because it's funny and smart.
So she'll be laughing with you or at you, but either way you make a lasting impression from the start. Or, wait, you're a poet, right? Drop her some rhymes, man. Like, yeah, so these lines, they're risky, but they just might. Here's what you do. Walk up to her, smile, and say, hey, roses are red, and violets are blue. Red rhymes with head. All I wanna do would not believe the look on Oz's face. This was a straight serious face, looking like he meant it. Had D and me laughing hysterically.
Whichever line you pick, it'll work. Trust me. That's how I get all these honeys, B.
Now the moral of the story is there is no moral, really. Truthfully, all of this is about a shy guy trying to muster up the courage to walk up to this girl he noticed, and so, without knowing which line to pick, he tells her the story of what happened just recently with his two friends in that corner seat, trying to gauge her reaction to every single line they were dropping, and finally determine which one caught her attention. But honestly, I'm surprised that the one that worked for you was one Oz mentioned. So, I guess all that's left to say now is, roses are red. Violets are blue. You tell me, what do you want to do? Alright, yeah, thank you. Alright, so now we start the conversation. Before we move on to the next piece and I ask you to pick between two options, I just want people to share a bit. I mean, it's a safe space, don't worry about it. Ladies, pick up lines. You ever heard any, like a good one or a bad one? I mean, anyone? Guys too, I mean, guys can share too. It's 2019, like Ty said. You know, a girl can shoot her shot, and you know, or I mean, it's a safe space. You can shoot your shot right now. And anyone. Wait, I don't see the back. Can I get lights at the back? Can I get lights? Sorry. Oh, hey! Hey, Marcel. Are you? Oh, it's the same place. I just guessed your name is that. I didn't know. Is that your name? Oh. Yes, right. Pick up line.
It was, yo, I swear I've seen you before. Do you have a sister?
How did that work? Did it work? Oh, okay. Alright, anyone else? Come on, guys. Guys, don't feel left out. Come on, guys. Oh, yeah? Huh?
Are you a pinky toe? Allowed to buy me everywhere?
Wow. Are you a pinky toe because I want to bang you everywhere? Wow, okay. Oh, okay, that's my brother. I don't know what he's about to say, but okay, go ahead.
Are we talking about pickup lines?
Yeah.
Have you ever kissed in an elevator?
What?
Have you ever kissed in an elevator? Does that work for you?
Every time.
What are you doing? Anyone else? Oh, alright.
Are you tired? Because you've been running through my mind all day.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's a pickup line.
I have one.
You have one? I don't want to hear you. Okay, go ahead.
So it's in church, and I'm like, my name is Shepherd, and my rod and staff will comfort you.
My name is Shepherd, and my rod and staff will comfort you. Anyone got another one? I saw a hand raise right there. You didn't raise your hand? Oh. Any? Once you do this, I think you're raising your hand, so I'll just point to you. No? Yes?
Just be honest. I'm so nervous. I've never done this before.
Okay. So, question time. And this one is for the ladies in the room. let's assume, for the purpose of this story, that line, that whole piece right there worked. Wait, do you guys think it would work in real life, or is that?
No.
Right. Yeah. So let's assume it worked. What do? Do you A, since you're already in a kind of date setting, you go on a date with that person right then and there? You know, you're in a coffee shop, just two at the table, and you know, get to know each other and things like that? Or do you give him your number and tell him to plan for another day? So, hands up ladies only. Hands up for option A. Go on a date right there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 4, 5. I still think 5. Okay, for option B, phone call.
Majority.
Yeah. Okay, so majority wins. So we move to the next piece. It's called the first call. Alright. Hey, it's me, the guy you gave your number to yesterday, and I know they say you're supposed to wait a few days, but to be honest, I couldn't wait. And to be honest, some more now that I have called, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Want to get coffee sometime? Maybe at that same place. Free on weekends, maybe Friday at 6. Perfect. I know I'm supposed to end the call now with something smooth, but honestly, I just can't wait. So I'll wish you a good week, and I'll see you Friday today. So Friday comes along, and it's 6 p.m. They're there, they're on time, and they get to know each other. And the guy starts off by saying, I have to admit, I haven't done this in a while. Asked the girl out, I mean on a date, you see. It's just, there was something special about your smile. There it is again. And I know there's so much more, so is this a part where we ask each other questions, get to know one another, and hope along the way we find a connection? Like, are you the type to download a list of cues and ask for answers in order to know a person? Are you more into actual actions or conscious conversations? Are you more about faith? None at all, or on some spiritual meditation? Wait, first of all, are you single? Single, you'll know at the end of this date, single. Or single looking for a side dude, single. Cool. See, I wouldn't know how to handle any of the other two. I'm not usually one for drama, so I try as much to avoid it. I just drink my water, mind my business, and maybe along the way find me a missus. But wait. That thought is still far in the distance. Not that I'm saying it can't be, that this can't, but look at me. I'm clearly a mess. Am I even making sense? Anyway, how about we talk about you? What are 3 things you hold dear? What's one thing you fear? Let's see what you find attractive. That's how the first date went. Well, I didn't give you the whole conversation because, well, I mean, give them some privacy. Everything's going well, you know, like, question for everyone, what do you find attractive in a person when you first see them, when you first meet them, when you approach them, or when you start to get to know them? Anyone want to share? It's a safe space. Conversation, huh?
How they smell.
How they smell.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The eyes? Okay, yeah. For a second I thought I heard something else, but yes, the eyes.
They're curious.
I heard A-S-S-S. Eyes, yeah.
Intelligent conversation.
Conversation, okay. Anything else? I personally feel like in order to be appealing to someone, you have to attack all their senses at the same time. So like, smell good, sense of humor, look good, touch. Oh yeah, touch. She would know. Be a poet. Oh, like conversation, things like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, any other suggestions before you? On this side? This side's been active. This side's been Yes? No?
I'm not sure.
Huh? Oh, I thought there was another. Oh, is there a hand raised? Oh. Okay. This one's for the guys then. Guys. What do you guys find most appealing? I'm going to give you two options. There is deep conversations, the mind, the soul, just a connection and whatnot. Or there's also option B, which is the body.
Yes.
The physical, just pleasing sight. You know. So, guys only, put your hands up if you are more attracted to the mind and the soul. Okay. Alright. Put your hands up if you're attracted to the body. Seems pretty even. Wait, okay. Let me try something. Yes, girls, close your eyes. Ladies, please close your eyes. Alright? Please, ladies, please. Okay? Guys, alright. Huh? Wait, I can't see everyone. Wait, okay. Close your eyes, ladies. Now, guys, be honest. Mind. Okay. Be honest, body. Guys, ladies, please. Okay. Alright. Body. Alright. Okay. Just one more question. Guys, who came with their partner today? Okay. The guys with the mind. Maybe try to be honest. Would you pick mind if your partner wasn't here today? No? I just wanted to see something? Okay. Alright, I guess mind has it. Yeah, mind has it. This is what happens when you sell couple tickets and then they come with their partners. Okay. Alright, so this one is called Per Soul. Alright. It's just something that's not quite easy to define. It's not just one thing, more like a combination of heart, body, and mind. Like, it's not only physical attraction, more like finding a soul's companion, like finding her mind sexy and getting turned on by conversations, like coming up with serious topics just so you can hear her use her vocab and sitting there trying to formulate a response, but all that keeps going through your mind is, yo, your words? That's hard. It's like finding joy when you're around her, like her presence is a present, one that you never knew you needed or expected, and there's so much more than meets the eye. I wonder if she feels the same when she meets me, when she meets me, damn, just the thought of her makes it hard to English, like borderline speaking in tongues, like vaut mieux changer de langue quand j'ai du mal à m'exprimer, mais dites-moi quel mot, quelle langue pourrait rendre honneur à une telle beauté, cette femme, cette source de mon bonheur, cette damn, sorry I didn't realize I switched languages, but you see what I mean? It's like being happy when you're around her, like, wait, haven't I said this before? I mean, you see what I mean? These feelings I can't contain, even my boys can tell I haven't been the same, and I'm so far gone into my emotions, she even has me listening to Drake. Oz keeps telling me to take care, but I keep telling him, fam, if you're hearing this, it's too late. Ever since I met her, nothing was the same. Wait, haven't I said this? You see what I mean? Like, damn, I think I found the girl of my dreams.
Just do body. Just do it. Just do body.
No, there's a system there. Things work a certain way. But body was a good one, so yeah. Alright. Okay. So, beginning of a beautiful relationship. Everything is going really well. They're in love. Everything's rosy. They're both happy. Really, who wants to see that? No, really, like, honestly, and I've asked a similar type of question before, my last thing like this, and really, who wants to see everything that's so perfect, rosy, and whatnot in another person's relationship? Everyone wants to have the perfect relationship, but everyone also wants drama, right? Everyone wants to see drama occur. That's why we watch reality shows, reality TV shows. That's why we watch movies. That's why we watch anything. If it doesn't have drama, it's not really that appealing. I was at the cinema the other day, and there was this trailer that came on for this movie about two people falling in love, and everything seems to be going well, and so in my mind I'm thinking, oh, this is about to be good, but then it's like, that's how it stays. That's like, they're just happy, they're just going on a long date to different places. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this movie. Right? So like, people like to see drama. People want the perfect relationship, but if it's someone you don't know, and this is a fictional character, people want drama, right? So, should I ask you if you want drama? Do you want drama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People size.
Huh? Who doesn't want drama? Who doesn't want drama?
No.
Okay.
Some people are past the drama.
Yeah, that applies to a lot of people. But this is a fictional character, and it's that drama. So, let's let fate decide how this drama unfolds. I need someone. Does anyone have a coin in the audience? That's an obvious question. Does anyone have a coin and is willing to stand? No, you should come up to the... You're my brother. there's a bias. Like, yes. All right, no, you do it because I don't want to have any influence on this debate. So, no, you don't want to flip the coin?
I can give it to someone to flip.
Anyone?
No, flip it.
Flip it. Wait. So the crowd decides because we're about to introduce drama, and by drama I mean we're about to introduce a third person in the story. So the crowd decides whether this person is a man or a woman.
Woman.
Wait. We need the coin. Let's. Wait. So, yes. So basically, put your hand up if you want heads to represent man. Heads to represent man. Put your hand up if you want heads to represent woman. Why? Okay, this is tight. We need to find a better system.
Just pick. Yes, pick you.
Huh? Okay, alright. Alright. Okay, so, men is heads. So, how you may flip the coin. And then tell me what it says. Heads is men.
I don't know what I want. Okay.
It's heads. I had no influence, no impact, you know? Alright, okay, so we introduced someone new. Ooh, and it's a man. Alright. This one's called Someone New. So, we've been together for quite a while now, and everything seems to be going well, at least as far as I can tell. Though I have to admit, I've started to wonder if our honeymoon phase is over. See, lately something feels different. And it's nothing like she's giving me the cold shoulder, but lately I've noticed distance from my lover, and that's not the only thing that's new. See, for the past few weeks, there's been this person in our lives, and see, Bae is a doctor, and she keeps talking about her colleague, and you know, the more she talks about him, the more it feels off. I can sense it in her eyes, and I tell myself, it's nothing, probably, right? But also, he seems pretty invested in our lives, and I just want to ask, yo, where'd you come from, and why is my girl so welcoming to you? And wait, do you guys think my lady would find her colleague attractive? No. Like, I'm just letting my insecurities get to me. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking silly. Right? But also, we've been hanging out with them quite a bit, and he's all my girl wants to see, and wait, no. But my girl tells me she loves me, so I have nothing to worry about, right? Right? Should the guy worry or should he?
Clearly he should.
Should he worry? Should he worry? Yes. Are we all in agreement? Wow. Grey's Huh? So he should worry, yeah?
Yes.
No, he shouldn't. There was one who said, yes, no, worry? Okay, so he should worry. So, once someone has to worry in a relationship, what if you were in his position, what would you do? Would you, like, no, like, this is open before I ask the actual question. What would you do if you were to work? It's a safe space.
Check the phone.
Check the phone!
Not me.
Any?
Ask him.
Ask? Okay.
Ask her.
Ask her? Yes.
IMPI.
Hire Hire PI, okay? So there's phone checking, there's asking, there's hiring a PI, like trust issues, and 2 options. And this basically decides what happens as we go back to the beginning of the story where I told you guys that I was presenting a situation to you. So, you have to choose. You A, confront the person, or B, plot and scheme and plan it out and be Machiavellic and yeah, I don't know. Option A, confront.
Is it for the what we truly believe,
Like
or for the fun of the story?
Story. Or I mean, it could be either. I would not know the truth. What you truly believe? Yes. No.
What I truly believe.
Okay. Okay. Mostly like how you want this story to go. That's why we're here. So how do you want the story to go? But it could be also how you really would react. So hands up for confront. Confront the other person. Hands went down when I said the other person.
The girl or the guy?
No. So for the guy to confront the colleague. No. Wow. Hands went down. Okay, the plot, or take that time, or like plan it out. Okay, clearly we're plotting. We've got schemers, we've got plotters. Alright, cool. Alright, so this one's called Hero. Alright. Yep. So, today's my birthday and I'm excited. See, I've got this day all planned out. I'm spending the day with my girl and then I'm meeting a boy so she can meet them and we can all hang out. See, for some reason she's never met them to this day and yeah, all she keeps hearing is we talk about them and anyway, the plan is to start with breakfast at our favorite place, you know, coffee shop where we had our first date. On our way there, she asked if we could stop somewhere before, but I don't really feel like going off script, so I tell her we could do that later and more. And so we got to our spot. We order the usuals, but something feels odd. See, she seems sad and she keeps looking at her phone a lot. And I wonder why. I mean, today's supposed to be a happy day, right? And so far she hasn't had much to say. Wait, you guys think this has anything to do with her colleague? No way, no. Like, no, I mean, I can't be competing for attention on my own birthday. No, I'm feeling some type of way. Anyway, whatever. So we got done with breakfast. A pretty lousy start. And now we're headed wherever she wants to go. And at this point, DNOs are in the backseat of the car, and so she's met them, but she still isn't saying much. This whole car seems pretty hushed, it's pretty awkward. I keep looking at Oz and Dee, shrugging my shoulders, and they keep looking at me. And then she mentioned she has some urgent work to do, and so now it kind of makes sense. Like her mood kind of makes sense, and I feel like a fool for feeling pretty tense, right? And that is until we get to the hospital. And guess who I saw? Yep, it's that damn doctor walking straight towards me. So part of me is thinking, alright, it's time to confront them. But part of me is like, nah, it's not even worth it. That is until he says he wants to have a private conversation. So right now I'm thinking it's about time for some serious confrontation. And so the doctor points to a room, and you know me, like I've got nothing to fear. I've got my boys with me there. So Dee, Oz, and I walk through the room, and as I turn back, I notice my girl stay back, and she begins to tear, and I wonder why, but that's the point when you guys joined us here. You know, that's when Dee pauses, then Dee pauses, and Dee, Oz says his line. And so then the doctor walks by, and I'm thinking it's about to go down. And so I tell him, I walk straight to him and I tell him, listen, we don't appreciate your involvement in my relationship. I stay out of your business, so you stay out of mine. You hear? And finally, that's when the doctor says, wait, who are you talking about? You and I are the only ones here. To be continued.
Oh.